Hello everybody, my name is Lehane and I'm going to be talking about how I learned a lot about Excel through creating the dashboard project. My dashboard included 6 graphs, and all 6 graphs included a different aspect that I learned while creating the dashboard. A few things that I enjoyed learning about while creating the dashboard are things like the slicer, the macro, and the trend line. I found out that the slicer was very useful when you had multiple different chart datas that you wanted to put into one single graph in an organized way without confusing the viewer. With a slicer, you can use these 4 different data ranges and create one graph, and with the touch of a button go graph to graph and compare these data. On my first chart, I used the slicer that compared the units sold by each separate salesperson. On the right, you can see my slicer where I have consulting services, spring groupwear, spring mail, and spring math genius. With the touch of a button, you can click on any 4 of the items and the graph would change, showing you each separate salesperson's number of units sold for that product. This is very useful because you can easily compare the data between each different salesperson and the number of units they sold for that particular product. Another graph I thought was very useful and taught me a lot of new information about Excel was the Pareto chart. The Pareto chart purpose is to show that the top 20% of the units sold reaches 80% of the total earnings of a company. In my Pareto chart, I separated each product separately and saw how many total units sold of that product there were. Then I used the secondary axis to show the percent that these units related to, and this showed me that the top 20% of the units sold for this company did not reach 80% of the total units sold. Overall, I thought the dashboard was a great learning experience for me. It taught me a lot about Excel and showed me different ways that I can analyze data and graphically show it. I honestly enjoyed doing the dashboard project, and I am very proud of the work I did. I put a lot of hours into it, and all those hours were learning new ways to use Excel that could help me with my future. Overall, the dashboard project was a great learning experience, and I think everyone should go ahead and try the dashboard project before they enter the business world. Thank you for watching my video and hope you enjoyed.